Alright, think we ready. Aim it up just a little bit more higher like that. Yeah, shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, shalom. Let me see where I'm at. I'm trying to get my bearings down. I had to change little spots. Still in the same, center, but just had to change spots. Figure I'd get a different angle today. It's all good. Okay, I think I'm good. Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom. Before we get started, call. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the men at Great Millstone that rule well, that taught me this truth. To the hopeful elect out there scattered abroad, like into a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David. Greetings, salutations to the remnant out there, men, women, children, shalom, right? Alright, so, this week was crazy, man. They actually text me, what was it? I gotta show this one. They text me an app. They got an app now. They got an app now that's, let me see if I can find it. See if I can find it. I know I sent the picture of it. There it go, right there. Right, I don't know. Let me turn up my. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to see it now. Might be too light. But right there, right? Boom, right? So they got a tracking app in North Carolina. It says Department of Health and Human Services, your region's app can now notify you of possible COVID-19 exposure. If your public health authority determines you may have been exposed, they'll notify you and provide the next steps. Look at that. So now they hit you up talking about, oh, well, we seen that, you just left this spot right here. When you left this spot, it was such and such that was in there, right? And they was contaminated. Straight crazy, man. Straight crazy. It's getting worse, and people don't see it, though. So let's bring it out. Let's bring out some scriptures. And it's funny, it's amazing, man. Like, they keep doing stuff, and people don't seem to care. Not at all. So we're going to read, the point I wanted to get was really in 10. So we'll start at 10 and go back up to 1. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. See? And so, yeah, that's the beginning of wisdom, man. You gotta acknowledge and have a fear for the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because I mean, like, I see the brothers in there say that, man, we could be home. We could be home doing this, or we could be home doing that. I mean, like, you would think about not coming out, like I think about not coming out today, but then a fear of the Lord, fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, a fear of, letting go of the plow, not doing what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? Because my thing is, if I was out here and I was trying to wake my people up and telling my peoples what was what before I found the scriptures and found the truth in the scriptures, You know what I mean? Through all praises Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the elders at Great Millstone. You know, once I found that, so now it's like, so what, I supposed to be quiet now? You know what I'm saying? I was doing my talk show. I was out here. I was trying to do what, you know, all over the place with my talk show then. So I'm like, yo, I supposed to keep going. So that's why I can't stop. I can't stop. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111 and 1. I will praise the Lord with my whole heart in the assembly of the upright and in the congregation. The works of the Lord are great, sought out of all them that have pleasure therein. His work is honorable and glorious, and his righteousness endureth forever. He hath made his wonderful works to be remembered. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion. He hath given meat unto them that fear him. He will ever be mindful of his covenant. And you know who he made the covenant with. Who was the covenant with? You go over there for this one. So yeah, so today was kind of interesting, right? So I came out here and you know, I wrote down some stuff like I normally do or whatever. But I also was like, you know, part of me was like, just go out there and, you know, just do the spirit, put a show together, right? Put a lesson together or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, this one right here, I was getting ready to read off the kind of the list of stuff that I got. But this is the covenant. The covenant is with Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So that's who the covenant is with. The covenant is with us, Jacob, Israel, you know? And I guess, man, with me, man, it's just kind of like, man, it's just, you want to see more people than 2/3 wake up, man. I mean, like, and so you figure if only 1/3 gonna wake up, and we in between the whole 1/3 waking up and you know what I'm saying, the whole 1/3 waking up, like that's not a lot of people, man, that's seeing the truth. And not like, you know, you think you're gonna change it, but it's kind of like, damn, why more people won't see it? Why more people won't see it? Why more people won't acknowledge the fact? You know what I mean? Like, we just rather just stay doing what we was doing. Back to Psalms 111, and we stopped at 5. He hath given meat unto them for fear him. He will never be mindful of his covenant. He hath showed his people the power of his works, that he may give them the heritage of the heathen. The works of his hand are verity and judgment. All his commandments are sure. See? All of them are sure. So everything that pretty much is said in the scriptures that didn't happen yet is going to play out. It's going to play out. And to me, I see more and more every day of the stuff playing out, man. Especially as you get closer to this, the implementation of the MOB, Mark of the Beast. You know what I mean? The Mark of Balaam. You know what I'm saying? Once you get closer to that, man, I mean, you know, you can see even with this tracking thing or whatever the case may be. So now if somebody come around you, you don't know or whatever, they could say anybody got it. You at the whim of everything they say on these computers and on these apps and with these tests. I remember at the beginning they said that, you know, one of the guys over, one of the mayors or governors over in one of them countries, he had actually sent out he tested some fruit, a goat, and some other shit, and sent them in, and all of those things came back positive. So you never know. You know, you never know. You taking their word for it with everything. They got the quick test now. You know what I mean? They and I don't want to get flagged on this video, man. I want to go in, man. I want to go in, man. But yeah, man, you know, it's weird out here, man. And the stuff that people go for is crazy, man. Psalms 111:9. He sent redemption unto his people. He hath commanded his covenant. He has commanded his covenant forever. Holy and reverend is his name. See, that's why the name is so important. People will make it seem like the name don't matter. Whatever you call them don't matter. They pick up guns, it don't matter. Go shooting and it don't matter. So that's really the one I wanted to get into. Knucklehead Israelites, right? That's really the one I wanted to get into. Knucklehead Israelites, man. And you a knucklehead now, you a knucklehead then. I'm just watching the group over there. I guess it's about 10 people. They doing something, and they all standing and you know, they all standing and hugging, holding hands, not hugging. They holding hands and they was praying, I guess. Then they start hugging and stuff like that. So they doing that out there in the out here in the parking lot. Yeah, it's about 10 of them. But then you don't know what they've been going through. Maybe they just driving up from Texas because they got one of them horse trailers looking full of shit, man. Like all their possessions in there. You know what I mean? So let's keep getting it. Knucklehead Israelites. Guns, cause after you see them talking about making the Hebrew Israelites a terrorist organization, anytime you go out there with any guns and you showing them guns, you at the range shooting up and all of that, you helping them out. You are actually helping them out. Because now they'll be able to sit back and say, well, see, we got video right here though. We got video of them showing up to that the riot thing in DC. You had some of them walking up there with their staffs and all that, and in the midst of all of that craziness, gonna try to set up and teach. Teach what? Who listen? You know what I mean? Who's listening? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 2. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present, when that confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some, which think of us as if we walked according to the flesh. See? So you can't be you can't be in the flesh, man. You can't be in the flesh. Somebody grandma look like she ready to stop. She come through eyeballing me. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to pulling down of strongholds. Yeah. So we not going to be able to fight our way out of this, man. We're not going to be able to fight our way out of this. We're not going to be able to do nothing, vote our way out. The only way we get out of this, man, is through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's the only way we get out of this, man. That's the only way. Any other way is just working against what you know, what you should be doing. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust. Yeah. So you got to change up, man. I was just talking to somebody today, man, you know, and they was telling me how they used to have a situation that they used to deal with as far as addiction a long time ago, and they just stopped. They just stopped. Something came along, you know, they just stopped and never went back. And, you know, you like all praises, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because some people could never kick certain habits, man. They could never put off the old man, old person, old woman. They could never do that, man. That's hard to do, man. Learn to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And not just talk about it, but do it. You know what I mean? Ephesians 4:22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man which is corrupt according to deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. See? So that's what you got to do. And before you knew the right name, you could get past with faking it. You know, I'ma treat people the right way. You know, pretty much you following the law, statutes, commandments per se, not wholeheartedly, not full-heartedly. So you get a little past then, but then once you come into this knowledge, man, you got to do the whole thing, man. You got to do the whole thing, man. 25. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another, and not the whole world. Talking about Israel, man. Talking about Israel. Talking about Israel, man. Because look, here you go. Let's get over here, because I think this down in here. Yeah, this, nah, that's not it, but we going to go over here real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse, we're going to start at 1. Read a couple. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, right? So this is the future. This is the future. This after Revelation 9 and 13 and 9 and 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and here's the patience of the saints. The patience and the faith of the saints. Lock it. Roughly paraphrasing. But yeah, this is after that, right? We get our own land. They get to cleave on to us. And look, let's look at 14 and 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of their Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captive, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we didn't get to that yet. We didn't get to that part yet. So everybody, like I said, everybody gets something different in the Bible, man. And after a certain amount of time, yeah, those other nations, you know, they get blessed. They get to go back to their own land and live long as they live in according to the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I mean? It's the Edomites that got the... it's like they say, if I was an Edomite right now, I'd be feeling away. If I was an Edomite right now, I'd be feeling away. It's a nice day out today, though. Let's go on to Romans. Let's go on. Let's keep going. Yeah, man. So back to you know what I'm saying? Like we was reading in Ephesians chapter 4. You know what I mean? You don't need your you don't need no guns, because guns is not what's going to deliver us. Excuse me, Salah. Guns is not going to be what delivers us. Guns is not going to do nothing for us, man. Guns just going to be putting you in jeopardy where you going to get judged. You know what I mean? And then not to mention that, you know, Genesis 27, 39, and 40, Esau was blessed with the sword. His blessing is the sword. So he good with that violence. He good with making war, man. Look at all of the technology of advancements, technology-wise, and stuff like that. It's most of them in weapons. Either that or some wicked shit, some spyware shit, some tracking shit. Like, he ain't create nothing to make shit better. They ain't make nothing better. The cars that we drive now get less gas mileage than they used to get. You know what I mean? They made with stuff that break up sooner. You know what I mean? Shatter, whatever the case may be. You know, they kind of made stuff to where it only lasts a certain amount of years, then it break. As opposed to you used to buy a car for $500, $1,000, and that joint lasts you 10, 15 years. All you need is a tune-up. You know what I mean? Get you a tune-up in the oil change and you driving this shit. Now you can't do that. This is Romans chapter 6, verse 6. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that thenceforth we should not serve sin. For he that is dead is free from sin. See, and that's the, you know, you gotta come back to this thing as a baby. You gotta be reborn again in his word or whatever. So you gotta let that old guy die, man. You know what I mean? Even sitting around like you know, I might sit around and watch a movie that I watched a couple of times before. So now I watch it now and I'm looking at it, and like the apostle said, man, you know, you thinking of scriptures, you thinking of situations, you looking at it through a whole nother different perspective now. You know what I mean? You looking at it through the perspective of the Bible, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing. I'm looking to see how many, if I want to read some more now. This Psalm 12, Romans 6 and 12. Let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that ye should obey it in the lust thereof. Yeah. I'm just reading. Let's go 20. Let's go 22. But now being made, Romans 6 and 22. But now being made free from sin and become servants of Yahweh, ye have your fruit unto holiness, and the end everlasting life. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of the Most High is eternal life through Yahushua HaMashiach, our Lord and Savior. See? Because the people that we fighting against, man, you can't go and shoot them with guns, man. They all got police protection, Secret Service protection, private armed guards. They got the how you gonna fight them, man? How you gonna fight them? Only people you'll be able to catch with them guns at them 9mm and them AKs and all of that stuff, you'll maybe catch the first few people that show up there. You catch them off guard. You shoot a couple of them up. Okay, now what? They coming with bigger guns. They coming with all kinds of shit. You won't catch them off guard no more. That's for sure. So, you know, doing all that is futile. So it's a little windy. It's a little windy, but not as windy as last week. But I'm still watching to see if the yeah, that one last week was crazy, man. That one last week was crazy. This Ephesians 6 and trying to see it, the wind blowing, but it ain't moved, so maybe it's better. This Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So how you gonna fight that? How you gonna fight spiritual wickedness in high places with a gun? You can't, man. You can't. All you could be doing is them deities and God, them false idols and negative things that they doing. You gotta be doing positive to counteract that, man. You gotta be out here calling on the true names, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You can't be out here calling on Jeebus or on Buddha or on Allah or on the Kemet God. You can't be out here calling on none of that madness. That madness gonna get you jammed up in these days. Because I tell you, in a lot of them videos where you seeing people getting drowned and all of that type of stuff going on, in the background you hear a lot of Jeebus cross, a lot of that going on. So yeah, let's keep going. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, and let's go 24, 1 and 24. Therefore saith the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of my adversaries and avenge me of my enemies. And I will turn my hand upon thee, and purely purge away thy dross, and take away all thy tin. And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and the counselors as at the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, and a faithful city. See? So to get the righteousness, man, and to get to where the world is turned right side up again, we gotta get out of here, man. And to do it the right way, man, it gotta be a spiritual battle, man. It can't be a carnal battle, man. It can't be. They just looking for a reason to attack, man. They just looking for the right reason, the right slow motion person to do the wrong shit, and they gonna be able to attack. They just looking, whether he's set up or not, they looking for the wrong person to do the right thing, and they gonna run off. They gonna take off with it. See, cause look, 1 and 27. Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts with righteousness. And the destruction of her transgressions and of the sinners shall be together, and they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. See? So you got to get right, man, because that's all that's going to get you back, man. You got to turn back to the Lord, statute, commandments, and you got to turn back to the true name, man. To the true name. Uh-oh. Had to come hold the camera, make sure. I think that hard plastic is thicker. I mean, I think it's heavier than them light little aluminum joints. Yeah, it ain't even wobble. Okay, let's keep getting it then. Okay, this Isaiah 60:16. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breasts of kings. And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. For brass I will bring gold, for iron I will bring silver, for wood brass, and for stones iron. And I will also make thy officers peace, and thy extractors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. See, that's what we looking for. And the only way we get that is not going to be by buying no acres of land here. It's not going to be by doing nothing, not by no guns, going and shooting up stuff and all of that stuff. Because, like, they'll bomb us, man. They will bomb us. They will bomb you. You got to a point where you shot up everybody they sent at you. You still standing. You done shot everybody up. You still standing. They going to drop a bomb on you. They not going to let it go at you just shot them up and they walked away and left you alone. That's not what they going to do. And if you think that that's how they think, you wrong. Because all they going to do is they come with one tank and you happen to disable that tank, they coming back with 3 tanks the next time. Or a chopper. That's all they going to do. They just going to update their weaponry. That's what they got weapons for. They not going to be like, oh, they shot up 1,000 men on this land over here. Let's leave them alone. Let's just fall back and let them alone. Hell no, they going to keep shooting. They going to keep shooting. That's why I'm out here every week. Because this the only thing we could do, so I'm out here doing my part every week. I'm out here putting it in the air, putting it in the wind, letting that Yahweh Shem Yahushua see that I'm still out here doing my part, doing my sacrifice part. Come on, let's get that one. Let's get that one. I had that one down. I jumped the gun, but let's get in there. Let's get in there. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercy of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. See? That's your reasonable service. Like if you can't do nothing else, you could do all kinds of stuff. You could big up this, you could big up that, but you can't come out here and big up the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You can't come out here and just for a little while somebody say, yo, what you out here for? Yo, I fear the Lord, man. I'm out here for my peoples, 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans, Guatemalans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, Argentinian to Chilean, Colombian to Uruguay and Mexicans. I'm out here for them. So cool. In the meanwhile, I'm out here because I'm scared. I don't want to get judged, and I hope I get delivered, man. I want to be a witness, man. I want to be a witness to all of this. I don't want to have to hear about it, you know what I'm saying, on the comeback around. I want to be here because I earned my spot here. Do hard work, perseverance, praying, trying to live as righteous as I can, or whatever the case may be. Because even the apostle said, he said, like, even something as the Passover. You don't know if the lamb that you're going to eat is a male that's 1 year old, that was raised righteous, and this and that, and how they pray. So you just got to rehearse the righteous acts. You just got to try to do them. You just got to try to at least put an effort for them. You can't say you came into the truth and don't make no adjustments. You got to make some adjustments. You got to make some adjustments, man. You got to make some adjustments, man. Let's get back to getting it. You got to. So I had to make some adjustments. Certain conversations I'm not having no more. I'm like, yo, I'm not having certain conversations no more. And if you know what you know, you believe, you ain't open to learning nothing new and listening and learning, then how many conversations are we really gonna have? You know what I mean? Especially if you living outside the scriptures and you ain't doing what the scriptures say, right? Okay, this is Jeremiah 9 and 20. This is Jeremiah 9 and 23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. See? So you could be doing everything that you know, you could be having this, you could be having that, you could be doing this, you could be doing that. Life could be wonderful and all of this, but you still better give it up for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because despite how much you think is you, it's not you. It's not you. It's not you. It's not you that created your lane. It's not you that got your little flow going, your little wave going, or whatever the case may be. And if you're doing negative, it ain't gonna last too long, man. Because judgment is on the earth, man. If you are not paying attention, judgment is on the earth. People are being judged every day, man. Judgment is on the earth. That's for sure. Because I think about that all the time. I'm like, and it ain't gonna be it's gonna be a sudden thing where, you know, in a minute, especially once the missiles get fired. But in between now and the missiles, people gonna die, man. Between now and the end, people gonna die. People gonna die. A lot of people gonna die. And it's gonna be because they was judged. You'll say, oh, this happened, or that happened, or this, or this, or that. Yahweh Shem Yahushua happened. And they was put to death. That's sad. That's sad to think about it like that, or it's harsh. Harsh might be the better word. It's harsh to think about it in that terms, but that's pretty much what it is. You put to death. You've been judged. You did something that warranted you being judged. This is Matthew 10. Matthew 10 and 27. What? This is Yahushua Mashiach speaking. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in the light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. See, go out there and gotta preach it upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. 29, here's the point. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father? See? So he's involved in everything. A sparrow fall to the ground, he's involved in that. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And so people get that misconstrued. They thinking like, oh, it's the devil. No, it's Yahbashim Yahushua controlling both sides, man. Controlling both sides. He controlling both sides. So when something happens bad to you, it's you come back in your 3rd and 4th generation. What did you do in your past life? What was your lot? That was another part. You know, what is your lot? Sometimes you got to play your lot. Right? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 14, verse 1. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no power. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek the Most High. They are all gone aside. They are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. So you gotta try to do good, man. Once you find this knowledge out, man, you can't just hear it and just brush it off. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't nothing. 4. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my peoples as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord? There were they in great fear, for Yahweh is in the generation of the righteous. Ye have shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Lord is his refuge. Oh, that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice. Israel shall be glad. See? So the Most High is going to redeem us, going to bring us back in the captivity in our land that he promised us, after he do a thorough cleansing. Do a thorough cleansing and bleach this place with fire. This place going to get bleached, man. Yeah, man. So these people, I just think that people don't got no true fear of the Lord. That I really believe like they don't think nothing's gonna really happen to them. So that would lead me to believe that you can't believe in the Bible. You can't believe, if you out here, you a Christian pastor, and you leading your people astray through the scriptures, and you put any time into the scripture at all, and you had to come hold the camera and the wind start blowing, and you put any time into the scriptures, or you seen any of the Israelite brothers, you know you teaching lies. You know you teaching lies. You know you teaching crooked according to the scriptures. So then you doing it because you don't believe that woe unto the pastors. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah 23:1. Like you don't have to worry about that. Like you don't think that part going. I'm trying to stand right next to it. I'm trying to stand right next to it you know, to see if it lift off the ground. It didn't even lift off the ground. I was close enough when the wind started blowing. Like, why are you doing that, man? People stupid, man. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, and this is chapter 10, verse 14. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. See? So you gotta move smart now. You definitely gotta move smartly now. You gotta just putting in the heading on your just putting in the heading, the title on your video and load it up. YouTube won't let you load certain shit now. Like I guess it may be because I was newer, but when I tried to load anything that said Edomite, they took it down. They wouldn't let it load up because it had Edomite. I changed it to E with the S, and it loaded right up. So you gotta be smart with these devils, man. You gotta be smart with them, man, because they not playing. They not playing. But then it still goes back to the same thing. Like, just like Esau playing his part, the 2/3 playing their part. You know what I mean? 2/3 doing what 2/3 do. Let's go Matthew 27. Let's pull this one. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 27, and we're going to read a couple, then we're going to read down. We're going to start at 1. When the morning was come, all the chief priests and elders of the people took counsel against Yahushua to put him to death. See that? That's pretty much all. You ain't got to read no more in this chapter, but all you got to do is read that first verse. Matthew 27 and 1. When the morning was come, all the chief priests and elders of the people took counsel against Yahushua to put him to death. And when they had bound him, they led him away and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor. So all of the wise men of Israel pretty much turned on Yahushua Mashiach. Preserve their position, their title, the power that they got, you know what I mean? Because under Roman rule, the Romans still gave power in each town or governance to some Jews, some Israelites to manage the day-to-day little things, different sets. That's what they was called, different sets. And so you had these guys that didn't want nobody listening to and following Yahushua Mashiach. They wanted, we got to get rid of this guy. We got to get rid of this guy. So, okay, let's go down. Okay, so let's go to 15. 15, right? 27 and 15. Now, at that feast, the governor was wont to release unto the people a prisoner, whom they would. And they had then a notable prisoner named Barabbas. Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, Whom will ye that I release unto you, Barabbas or Yahushua, which is the Christ, which is the Mashiach? Christ is pretty much this made up, man. Jesus Christ is a made up term, man. It's made up, man. They created it, man. They created it. That's why, because we know that wasn't his name, right? So and for 18, for he knew that for envy they had delivered him. See, because they envied Yahushua, they delivered him into the to the Romans to be crucified. And so them Israelites is back here, man. If Esau Edom is back here, and your slave masters is back here, third and fourth generation, them wicked ass Israelites is back here, man. They back here. And they gonna get judged, but in the meantime, they wicked as hell. You know they wicked as hell. You know they wicked as hell, man. They out here telling you to take the jab. They out here telling you mark of the beast ain't the RFID microchip. They out here telling you to trust this one, trust that one. They out here with a whole church giving out the vaccine inside the church. Like that, they out here doing what they do, man. They out here doing, and that's why I wanted to read that, because they're like, they back, man. We got some wicked ass Israelites out here, man. Word up. We got some wicked ass Israelites. I'm reading down more if I want to read any more of this. And then, 21. The governor answered and said unto them, whether of the twain will ye that I release unto you? They said Barabbas. Yep. Pilate said unto them, what shall I do then with Yahushua, which is the Mashiach? They all said unto him, let him be crucified. And the governor said, why? What evil have he done? But they cried out the more, saying, let him be crucified. See? And this the part right here, right? 24 and 25. When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather atonement was made. And that's even more funny, man, that they, you know, the small hats over there, they got the atonement. That's what they follow. They practice. Rather atonement was made. He took water and washed his hand before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. And then look what they answered. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. Matthew 27 and 25. And then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. See? So they pretty much said, put it on our children. So even if you not that person, they said put it on our children. Put Yahushua Mashiach getting crucified on my children. So if you in the line of the bloodline of them Israelites right there, you gonna get judged. You gonna get judged. You ain't turned back to the law, statute, commandments. You ain't repent. You ain't thinking about the fact that your fucking ancestors was motherfucking crazy, was going totally off. Talking about put the blood of Yahushua Mashiach on us, on our children. They going off. You gotta repent, man. If not, you gonna get judged. You gonna get judged. You can say all you want to say. You can do all you want to do. You gonna get judged. Let's go over here. Word. Not just put it on our children. Put the blood on our children. See? So you might be paying for some other shit. You don't even know what you paying for and you paying for. I'm just saying. Let's go John chapter 11 and start at 46. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. See? See? Wicked ass niggas, man. Look. Let's read this. Let's read this again in slow motion. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done, performing the miracles. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council, had them a meeting and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. So you know they gonna know that he's the real and they the fakes. So what did the fakes do? If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and our nation. I'm reading down. See, 53, 11 and 53. Then from that day forth, they took counsel together for to put him to death. The Israelites plotted to put Yahushua to death. Them Israelites probably back here now, today, probably head of a Israelite camp that's not teaching you the full doctrine. Cause look, it's I want to see. Let's start with this John 3 and 3. Let's start with 3 and 3. Yahushua answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Yahweh. Nicodemus said unto him, how can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Yahushua answered, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but cannot tell whence it come and whither it go. So in every one that is born of the Spirit, right? So Nicodemus still shook, right? Nicodemus answered and said, this is one of the leaders at that time. Nicodemus answered and said unto him, how can these things be? And Yahushua answered and said unto him, art thou a master of Israel, and knowest not these things? See, so he was talking reckless. He was talking greasy to the leaders, to the fake leaders back then. Yahushua was an austere man. So they knew that him staying around, they little trinkets and they little positions they had was in jeopardy. That's why I wanted to read that one. Read 11. 11. Verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know, and testify that we have seen, and ye receive not our witness. If I have told you earthly things, and ye believe not, how shall ye believe if I tell you heavenly things? See, that's where you gotta have faith too. The Spirit gotta be dealing with you, and you gotta know what's going on. You gotta know the doctrine, the teachings, and you gotta have faith. And you gotta be doing the work. You can't just you can't find this truth out and don't make no changes. That's just my thing. You just can't find this truth out and get the understanding and not make no changes. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can do that, but I advise against it, that you don't do that. John 16. Let's try this one. This is the book of John, chapter 16, verse 1. These things, this is Yahushua speaking too, red letter. These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yeah, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth Yahweh's service. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father, nor me. See? So these times is coming, man, where they gonna turn up the heat on us that believe, man. Us that's out here, you know, it's gonna come a time real soon when they gonna be like, if they keep pushing that domestic terrorism thing act, they gonna pretty much have us where we can't be on the streets preaching like this. You can't be on the streets teaching like this. This gonna be an act. This gonna be looked at as an act of terrorism. That's where they going. That's where they going with it. And they, yeah, maybe a little beginner like me, a little baby cakes like me, they ain't concerned with me. But if you got a say Chicago branch or whatever, or you know some of the branches in New York, you know, Connecticut, where you got a lot more people, LA, yeah, you gonna have to worry about them outside your camp, your headquarters, checking shit out. Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that. That's what's coming. That's what's coming. Oh, let's go over here to First Maccabees. Let's show him in First Maccabees too. Let's see. Okay, let's start at 11. This First Maccabees 1 and 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. See? So you're going to always, all through history, man, all through history, we have wicked people in Israel. Just looking after their own lust, just trying to hold on to their position, whatever position they got from whatever master we had at that time, whoever was running the show or running the world at that time. You know, we had somebody willing to tap dance for them throughout history. Throughout history. So yeah, so you can't be listening to these knuckleheads, man. You can't be listening to these knuckleheads, man. Let's go back. Let's keep going back. Yeah, because I kind of wanted this one to be like a, you know, more spiritual than talking about destruction. Even though that's what's coming. That's what's coming. That's what's coming. Because nobody is repenting, man. And you see they going right ahead with pushing the agenda. Joe Biden going to be in the war in another month. He'll be in the war in another month. Because you think he going to stop bombing all of a sudden? That's what he been doing his whole life. He been supporting war all his whole life. So now he in charge. Every chance he get, he going to bomb. Watch. That's a fact. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3. Verse 16. Yeah, let's start at 16. Then they that feared the Most High spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that fear the Lord and that thought upon his name. Yep. Because his name is important. And you got fear for the Lord, man. And you better think upon the right name to be calling out to in these times, man. The right name is important, man. And they shall be mine, and the Lord of hosts in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. See? Then shall you return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. See? So once you come back to this knowledge, man, you got to get the sound doctrine down so you'll be able to spot who the fakes out there. Nah, it ain't blow. How you doing, sister? They stare you straight in your face and no, you know, don't even acknowledge. You got to be like, how you doing, sister, for them to even nod to you. Crazy. My peoples, man. My peoples. But the other thing, though, too, is I guess you could be out here doing this. I guess if if you misguided in your doctrine, to still come out here and to do this, man, you gotta have love for your people in you. You gotta have a certain amount of love in your heart. You know what I mean? I guess it's easy to come out here and fake it when you with a bunch of other people. You know, it's easy to come out and go through the motions or whatever. But you gotta have love in your heart to come out here and do this. You got to. That's kind of going back to that Barnabas story a little bit. Let's read some Deuteronomy. Let's get some of Deuteronomy. Being that we talking about that, we talking about how the curse is going to change around. Let's read some of Deuteronomy chapter 30. Right? This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse. The curse is of Deuteronomy 28. The blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord thy power have driven thee. Right? And so we scattered abroad, and we waking up, and we coming out and we talking about the things that was done to us. And we letting the nations, putting the nations on notice that, hey man, we aware of what was done to us. We aware of who we are. We aware of who the true power is, Yah B'Shem Yahushua. And we gonna get right. Biblically get right. Not get right on some violence, on some carnal shit. No, we gonna get right biblically. We gonna come back to the law, statute, commandments, to the teachings, so the Most High can redeem us, set us back right. Just like he said right here. But let's see what happened with the curses. What curses we talking about? Let's start off at 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations on the earth. See? So that's all we had to do to get set right. And that's all that we have to do to reverse the curses, right? So, but look, so you go down to 15. 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, let's start at 14. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them, right? So that's the first thing. We start going left and right because we serving other gods. So we got that one straight. Then 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. See? So we had the curses come upon thee and overtake thee, right? So now we can get back to 30:1. And it shall come to pass, Deuteronomy 30:1, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy power hath driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy power, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul, right? Let's go down. Just want to make sure it wasn't wrong. And 7, Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. See? And that's what they hate. That's what they hate to see what's going on right now. Because if we wake up, we start calling on the true names, they know we getting closer and closer to and the Lord, Deuteronomy 30:7, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. See? So all of them that hate us, all of them that give us that fake love, all of them that come over here and open up a business in our community, but we can't go and open up no businesses in their communities, in their countries. Everybody that fed off of us, they gonna have to give it up like they took. Everybody. They gonna have to give it up like they took. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 51 and 11. Let's go 10. Create in me a clean, Psalms 51 and 10. Create in me a clean heart, O power, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Yep. That's what we working for right there. That's what we out here working for, man. That's all we out here working for. We out here working to get restored, man. Get put back in our rightful place, man. To not have the wicked Job 9:24. You know what I mean? To not have to deal with the earth being given into the hands of the wicked anymore. You know what I mean? To be able to actually tell the truth. You know what I mean? A boy is a boy, a girl is a girl. Selling your soul is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Robbing, killing, murdering is wrong. You know what I mean? Out here twerking and tweaking and shaking your ass and shit. And fans only, that shit is wrong. Oh yeah, you might be able to do it, but that shit is wrong. Like, we gotta get some standards, man. We gotta get some standards back. Our standards is gone, man. Our standards is gone. Our standards is gone. Nobody has any standards anymore, man. And it's like, who could outlow the next person? That's pretty much what it is now. Who could outlow the next person? And like I was saying, you got to come back to the, you got to come back as a baby, man. So look, this Hebrews 5:12. For when for thy, Salakia, Hebrews 5:12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracle of the Most High, and are become such as have need for milk and not strong meat. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of the righteous, for he is a babe. But strong milk belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. So yeah, so you got to come back, man, and you got to start with this milk, man. You got to start with this milk, and you got to work your way up, man. You can't, you got to start with the milk. You got to work your way up, and you got to forget everything you think you know. That's the part people don't want to do. That's the part right there nobody wants to do. Nobody wants to forget what they know and learn over again. Everybody want to keep what they know, just add a little bit on and twist it, and then boom, there you go. The book of Joshua, chapter 1. Let's start at 7. 1 is 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left. We went through that earlier. Turn not to the right or left. That was in the curse. That's Deuteronomy 28 and 14. Turn not to the right or left and serve other gods. Turn not to the right hand or the left hand, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Yeah. Yo, it's amazing, man. All praises Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Before I come out here every week, I kind of almost be not in a sense that I'm not going to come out here, but in a sense of like, kind of like still apprehensive about coming out and teaching the scriptures, right? So, and then you get out here and I start going, then it's like, it ain't, you know, you just end up going and going and going. You know what I mean? Spirit take over, and you know, you just start going. And you know, it's like, you know, you get more understanding and more levels to the understanding, and you know about, like I was talking about earlier, the different sets and how the governments even was in, while Rome was in charge, they let certain Israelites in each town govern and stuff and hold court and stuff like that. So now you got a kind of picture of what Yahushua and the prophets was dealing with as they went from town to town trying to wake up the Israelites. And they still got the other Pharisees. Not all of them was bad. You know, Pharisees and the different sets and the elders and the leaders and the teachers that's going against them because they want to still stay in favor with Rome. Like, you can still see that same thing now. It's the same thing going on now. It's the same thing going on now. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, not everybody, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. See? So yeah, so you gotta come back to the teachings, to the doctrine, to the true understanding. You know what I mean? You know, I can't stress this. You gotta be following the GMS doctrine. You gotta be following the GMS doctrine. You gotta be following the GMS doctrine, man. Because it's getting too close to the end. They're gonna give you everything straight out the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And they do lessons daily where you could get edified and you could catch up. And Apostle Tahar is going back over, breaking down whole chapters like Revelation 12 and 17 and Apostle Gabar and the Ramlab. They all break, they going back to the basics. So you could get some of this basic information and stuff broke down by the top heads, man. The top heads. If you was nominating for a nation of Israel, you wouldn't want no shady heads up there. You don't want no heads up there that's worrying about selling you t-shirts and this and that and all of this type of shit. You want somebody up there that's just gonna give you the word and that's it, man. Give you the word, that's it. That's it, man. That's it. That's it. But that's all I want to do. Come out here and give you the word. You know what I'm saying? And make sure I'm giving you the right word. That's all I want to do. Come out here and give you the right word. Make sure I'm giving you the right word. So many people is out here going off, man. Going off. That one. Put that down. Wrong. Let's go here. Yeah, I'm pretty much finished with the show, man. I just was, like I said, I'm just going now. I'm just going now. We just going with it now. Let's read Amos. Let's go Amos 3 and start at 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel. See? All over the place. Israel, Jacob, Zion. It's not for everybody, man. Scripture's not for everybody, man. Clearly. O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. See, that go back to the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. But Deuteronomy chapter 30 and 7, the curses get reversed. But listen to this one again. Amos 3 and 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Right? So yeah, the punish part at the end, but at the beginning, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. So it's all over the place, man. All over the place, man. The scriptures is for the Israelites, man. Period, man. You could get mad, you could this, you could that, you could say whatever the case may be. It's for the Israelites, man. It's not for the Christians. It's not for anybody that believe. That's not, man. It's not. Let's go down. Let's go down to Amos 3 and 5. Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord hath not done it? See? So the Lord do everything, man. He's in charge. He's in charge. He's in charge or in control of everything, man. His hand is in everything, man. So we got to come back, man. We got to come back, Israel. We got to come back, man. We got to come back. 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 Now I'm just looking for a nice one to, you know what I mean, get that edge. That's a nice place to stop it on. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord. As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord, my spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith the Lord, from henceforth and forever. See? So it's for the seed, man. And which seed we talking about, man? This the one. This where we gonna end it at. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from a Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are the Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of Yahweh, and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh, see, the father produces the seed, and of whom as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came, over who is over all, Yahweh blessed forever. Amen. See? So yeah, so we're gonna stop right there, man. So yeah, so Only thing that's gonna save us is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. That's the only thing that's gonna save us, man. Nothing else gonna save us. No violence, no guns, no other deities, nothing. Nothing. So you know what I'm saying? So that's what we need to be doing. We need to be coming back to the law, statute, commandments. We need to be getting our mind right. We need to be calling on the names. Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, you know what I mean? And you need to be following the GMS doctrine, man. Get you a brother that you know that know what he's talking about, diligent, an elder, or whatever, and get to studying, man. Get to learning, man. Learn something new, man. But yeah, with that one, Israel, I'm gonna get ready to close it out. I think I done